Hi YouTubers, this is me again, and this is your weekly oracle or slash tarot reading or slash own reading of the week, this next week. Okay, and I'm basically keeping with the same format as last week. 4-card reading. First card being the overall for the week, and the other 3 cards are basically when I'm doing oracle cards, which I'm doing this week. It's going to be 3 things you need to remember throughout the week. And the main thing you need to remember is the first card. And this deck that I'm using is your Trust Your Vibes deck from Sonia Choquette in her little book. Okay, and the first card that I drew was the Vibe Check card. Basically, throughout this week, you need to get in touch with how you feel about certain situations and how they make you feel and how you react to them and whether or not you get a good feeling from them or not. Just recognize how certain situations make you feel and respond accordingly. It basically is what this week's pretty much all about. Okay, and the first card that you need to remember is meditate. And I don't mean just meditate occasionally. It's consistent meditation. Every day, like taking 5 minutes out of every day and take a deep breath and to spend 5 minutes or so just being with your breath. It helps keep you grounded. It helps pretty much just ground you in the here and now and not in the future and not in the past, just in the here and now, so you can deal with the problems of the here and now and just find yourself in them. Okay? And the second card that for this week, and this is going to be a really short reading because I'm absolutely exhausted, but this is going to be your second card, is the Take Your Time card. And that kind of weaves into the Meditate card. Take a breath, sit down, take a leisurely pace with things. You don't need to make any big decisions right now. Or if you do have to make some decisions, you don't have to make them right at this very second. You can take your time. You've got plenty of time on your hands, and just think things through, and don't just make decisions out of the fog of anxiety that you're in, saying, "Oh, I have to make this decision now. I can't think about this. I can't think about this." No, stop that thought process and sit down, meditate, and just take your time with making your decisions right now. You may have some big decisions coming up, but you need to take your time, meditate on them, and just make some good decisions concerning these specific problems or situations that you're in, because they can become tangled, and you need to really take a look at the threads that are involved here and untangle them before you decide what to cut. If anybody gets what I'm going at. But the third card that you're in with your week is the Get a New Story card. Now, what this means is that you are not to linger in the past. Saying that, oh, this has always been how it's been, this is always how it's been, so it's always going to continue to be that way. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. If you want new things in your life, then you got to say, okay, this can happen. You have to allow it to happen in your life. I know it sounds kind of fluffy bunny at this point, but you bring into your life what you want to bring into your life, even if it's on a subconscious level. When you've been told for 30 some odd years that you're worthless and that nothing ever will work out for you, those things tend to stick. And whether you recognize them or not subconsciously, they're still there hanging around. And you need to really make an effort to try to dig them out. It may be painful. And try to put some new thoughts in there. Write yourself a new story saying, this is not the type of person I am anymore. I am this kind of person, and these are the kind of things that I allow in my life. And this kind of also stems from boundaries as well. Set up those boundaries, saying, I don't allow these things in my life. They're not part of my life. This is not my life, and this is not things that I'm about anymore, or ever was, or ever will be. And that's kind of what this whole week is about. It's just getting in touch with yourself and what you want and what you deserve, and how situations truly do jive with you. I don't want to use that word, but anyway, that's the best word I can come up with. Find what really works with you and stick with it. Okay? And just be consistent about it, especially with the meditation part of it. Meditate and get in touch with how you truly feel about your situation and how things are really going on and what you really need. And take that next step and say what you really need and take charge of your own life and be proactive about it. Okay? So that's just the end of me rambling. I'm actually going to be going to bed early today because I'm exhausted, like I said. But yeah, here's just the 4 cards I picked out once again. First one was for your overall week vibe check. Okay. See how you're feeling about certain things. Next one is meditate, and I mean this literally and figuratively. Think and meditate. Ooh, and it's kind of funny that all 3 of these cards have hourglasses in them. Time is a big issue here, like sitting down and taking time. But anyway, take your time. Here's the next card. And your third card is get a new story. Okay? So, see you guys next week. Hopefully I'll be less exhausted at that time of day, and I'll actually get a decent reading done. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.